What would you rather not know? Hey, welcome back. Kevin here, and welcome to my series, Freestyle Fire Journal. If you don't know what Freestyle Fire Journal is, it's for people who, probably like yourself, maybe you hate journaling by yourself, or you can't stay consistent journaling. Well, I got the solution for you guys. Basically, that's why I created this for people like myself, man. And so what I do on this series is basically I read a prompt from this One Question a Day journal. You guys can follow me along if you want to pick up your copy at refugeehustle.com/journal. You can pick up your copy there. And basically, I answer the question, the daily question as well. And the reason why I call it Freestyle Fire Journal is because I shoot straight from the dome. I don't really plan these topics out. It's a really great chance for me to get to know you, you to get to know me. It's pretty laid back. And what you can do, even if you can't pick up a copy, is journal with me. Comment below your questions, your answers as well. And let's support each other. I'm going to be in the comments with you guys, hearting and liking everything as well. And also, before we begin, shameless plug, make sure to like, comment, subscribe this video, and make sure to hit the bell. Most importantly, stay tuned for these daily episodes of the Weekly Hustle. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it so far. And I've been getting a lot of great feedback as well. All right, today is August 10th, and the question is, what would you rather not know? And this is kind of a loaded, question because I think in our society, we often say like knowledge is power and stuff like that. And this is a very interesting question because, you know, I was actually thinking about it the other day and I was like, there's not too much I wouldn't want to know because especially in this society, like they say knowledge is power and knowledge is very highly respected and especially acquired or knowledge gained through experience. But I try to think about the things that I probably wouldn't want to know or the things that have kind of set me back in life. And there's a few things that come to mind. One, it's especially bad habits. So learned bad habits are always the worst that have kind of ruined my momentum. And also, I think one of the biggest habits as well, like in terms of time I've wasted over the years, in terms of energy as well, I think those are the biggest sucks. I mean, yeah, sure, money sucks. Like if you have a money suck, that sucks too. But the number one thing that has probably set me back in life is probably porn. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of like this, I'm not saying sex is bad or anything like that, or like masturbation is bad, but definitely I think about all the hours I was like glued in front of a screen, or how many times I was like going through the torrents just scrolling and stuff, or that was before the P-Hub. But even after the P-Hub, like I'm just like, man, I spend so much time. And it's been I've never really thought it was a problem until more recently, right? Where, you know, when you're in your younger 20s and you guys talk about, oh yeah, do you know this Tia Tanaka porn star, or Evelyn Lin, or even nowadays like Lulu Chu. There's a lot of different things. It'd be like an inside joke with like a lot of our friends, but you know, there's one thing to just casually go through it, but there's another thing when you're seriously addicted. And it's definitely not only impacted my productivity and time, but even in places like college, I would just use it to kind of, I don't know, withdraw from the world, or escapism, I guess, right? Where it's kind of like, it's a form of procrastination, and that was my sin. That was the number one thing that I would default to. Some people drink alcohol, take drugs, but for me, I never did that. So porn was my drug of choice. And more recently, especially after watching someone like Alex Becker, I've been a lot more highly aware of it, and realized kind of like how much it's taken out of my life as well. And if you're gonna do it, you might as well just have the real thing, right? And there's that. But also in my early 20s, it also affected like things like sex life and stuff, which is really bad, because you'd think somewhere in your early 20s you'd be humping everything that you could see. But I was getting so much stimulation. I was not only having sex, but I was also having I was like watching porn like 3 to 5 times a day. And there was a point where I literally gave myself like erectile dysfunction because it was just too much stimulation. And it's just like, I remember that day, my ex at the time, well, my girlfriend at that time, right now my ex, she's like, dude, this is the worst sex I had. And that really took a huge ego blow for me, because not only like, it was just like, man, you just never want to be the bottom of the rung. You never want to be someone's like worst experience as a guy, and it just sucked. And at that point, I knew I had a problem, because I had like probably like terabytes of hard drives and stuff like that at the time, of like adult content and stuff like that, and I was just so addicted to a point where it just wasn't healthy. So that's when I started dialing back, and it's never gone back to that phase where it's that bad anymore. It really took that one moment for me to kind of step back, but it's always kind of crept back slowly in my life. And whenever I find myself scrolling, I'm just like, oh shit, is this what I should be doing? Like, really? And it's tough. And I'm not gonna lie, being a nofap I don't think it's a solution either, because even when I was doing like hardcore nofap, I started building negative association to sex, or this guilt of like sex as well. And I don't believe that it's healthy too. I believe that there could be a healthy medium somewhere, but I'm not sure where it really lies. But if there's one thing that I wish I didn't know about, it would probably be porn, because porn is manufactured, it's pixels, right? And like back in the day, if cavemen were like walking around and shit, right, they wouldn't be glued in. There were no smartphones, there were no screens or anything like that, you know. There wasn't like an active stimulus, and so it's kind of like very manufactured, especially these days. So I think it's important to kind of take some screen time off, get some TLC like with real people and stuff. And yeah, but that's my 2 cents. I wish I never knew the concept of porn, because I'll probably be super hyper productive as well. But also, I do realize the benefits of porn too. Like Pornhub, they have funny ass memes, but also porn has always been kind of the pioneer of emerging technologies as well, right? That we have today. Probably streaming was a huge reason because of porn, and people were trying to get their jerk on or whatnot as well. So that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts about what I wish I didn't know. Now I want to throw the question back to you. What is one thing that you wish that you didn't know, or would rather not know about? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later. Take care.